Hello friends, welcome to Mechanical Engineering online classes. Today's lecture will be delivered by Miss Shravanti Sriramoju.
In this lecture we learn how to derive an expression for the magnitude of retardation when brakes are applied to a vehicle. In this analysis we are considering a four-wheeled moving vehicle which is moving on an inclined plane, making an angle alpha with the horizontal. There are three types of brakings available, like the brakes can be applied to only rear wheels, that means only to the two pair of wheels which are at the back side, or brakes can be applied only to front wheels, or brakes can be applied to all the four wheels. Let us now look at different terms used in the analysis. Alpha is the angle of inclination of plane with the horizontal, that is the angle between road and the horizontal is alpha. M is mass of the vehicle, so W is equal to mg is the weight of the vehicle which is acting vertically downwards. H is the height of center of gravity of the vehicle from the inclined plane. Here it is indicated. H is the distance between the center of gravity, which is denoted by capital G, from the inclined plane. So the distance between G and the inclined plane is H. L is the distance between centers of rear and front wheels of the vehicle. So it is the distance between the centers of front wheels as well as rear wheels, and this is also called wheelbase of the vehicle. And X is the perpendicular distance of center of gravity from the rear axle. So it is the distance between this point, the shortest distance between this point and the center of gravity. So that is X, the shortest distance between the rear axle and center of gravity of the vehicle. So from here to here, that is X. RA, it is the total normal reaction between surface and front wheels. Surface in the sense inclined plane. So there is a contact surface which is established between wheels as well as the road. So the normal reaction at the point of surface, with the point of contact between front wheels and the road is RA, and the total normal reaction between the contact point of the rear wheels as well as inclined plane is given as RB. RA and RB. Similarly, coefficient of friction is mu between the wheels as well as road surface. A is the retardation which we have to find out. It is nothing but the amount of the slowing down of the vehicle. How much is the vehicle slowed down, that is indicated as A. And FA and FB are the braking forces at front wheels and rear wheels respectively. So if you consider the braking force, why is the brake, what is happening exactly when we are applying brakes? There is some friction developed. Because of that friction between the contact surfaces, the vehicle is being slowed down. So that frictional force is nothing but the braking force here. That frictional force will help the vehicle to slow down. So that frictional force, by the basic formula of frictional force, it is mu into normal reaction. Coefficient of friction into normal reaction. Coefficient of friction is mu, and normal reaction at the front wheels is RA, and normal reaction at the rear wheels is RB. So these are the braking forces, that is nothing but the frictional forces developed both at front wheels as well as rear wheels. Let us now consider the first case where the brakes are applied only to rear wheels, and we will also assume that the vehicle is moving upwards. Now let us look at the figure for various forces that are acting on the vehicle. There is W, that is weight of the car or the vehicle acting downwards, and if I resolve this particular force along two directions, that are x and y, x is taken along the inclined plane and y is perpendicular to the inclined plane. Now if I resolve mg along y direction, it is mg cos alpha, and if I resolve the weight force along x direction, it is mg sin alpha. And also, because we are assuming that the car is moving upwards, that is along x axis, the force ma also will act along x direction, because it is along the inclined plane and towards right, because it is moving upwards. So it is ma is acting up the inclined plane and along the inclined plane. Now because the braking is applied only to the rear wheels, braking force, which is nothing but the frictional force, will act only at the rear wheels, and the direction of that frictional force or the braking force will be opposite to the direction of motion. So the direction of motion is in this direction, and the frictional force or the braking force at the rear wheels will be exactly opposite to that of the direction of motion. So FB will act in this direction, that is down the inclined plane at the rear wheels. Hence we have named it FB. Now if we apply equilibrium conditions, the first one of which is sigma Fx is equal to 0. Positive x is indicated rightward up and negative x is leftward down. So whatever forces that are acting along x axis are considered here. One is ma, this is acting towards positive x direction, so I am taking plus ma, minus fb, minus because it is acting downwards, and again the weight force, the component of weight force along x axis is minus mg sin alpha. Therefore ma is equal to fb plus mg sin alpha. Similarly, the next equilibrium condition is sigma fy is equal to 0. We have to consider all the forces that are existing in y direction. If we look at the figure, this is the positive y direction which is acting upwards and perpendicular to the plane. So RB is in the direction of positive y, RB, and again RA is also acting in positive y direction. RA plus RB, and the weight force, the component of weight force is acting towards negative y direction, minus mg cos alpha. These are all the forces that are in y direction. So I can simplify this as RA plus RB is equal to mg cos alpha, or I can write RB equal to mg cos alpha minus RA. The third equilibrium condition is sigma moments, all moments about G, that is the center of gravity, are equated to 0. So the moments of the forces passing through the center of gravity will be 0. So I will not consider the moments of the forces mg sin alpha, which because it is passing through G, and ma, this is also passing through G, and mg cos alpha. So these are all the moments passing through the center of gravity, so they will not have any effect of moment. So the other forces are Rb, I will assume clockwise moments as positive. So Rb will generate a clockwise moment about G. So Rb, and the shortest distance between Rb and G is x. Similarly, I have Fb, and this is also creating a clockwise moment about G because it is leftwards, so it will create a clockwise moment. So Fb into the shortest distance between Fb and G will be h, and we also have another force Ra, which will create a counterclockwise moment about G. So Ra into minus Ra into the shortest distance between Ra and G is, here we have, is L minus x. So these are all the forces, and the moments of all these forces are considered and equated to 0. From this, I am rewriting the equation like Ra into L minus x is equal to Rb into x plus Fb into h. I can write Fb as Rb into x Fb can be written as mu into Rb into h. Ra, I am expanding the left hand side, Ral minus Ra into x is equal to Rb into x plus mu Rb into h. From the previous equilibrium condition, we have found what Rb is. So I am replacing Rb here with that relation. Ra into L minus Ra into x is equal to Rb into x plus mu h. So this Rb can be written as mg cos alpha minus Ra into x plus mu h. So I can rewrite this entire equation in terms of Ra. Ra into L minus Ra into x is equal to mg cos alpha into x plus mg cos alpha into mu h minus Ra into x minus Ra into mu h. So I can cancel out minus Ra into x and minus Ra into x on both sides. Ra into L plus Ra into mu h is equal to mg cos alpha into x plus mu h. I am summing up these two terms. So Ra into L plus mu h is equal to mg cos alpha into x plus mu h. So Ra can be written as mg cos alpha multiplied by x plus mu h divided by L plus mu h. So all these terms are known to us. So from these known terms we can find what RA is using this relation. M is known, G is known, alpha is known, X is known because the location of center of gravity is known. Hence X is known, L is known, mu is known, H is known. So all the terms are known. From all the known terms we can find RA using this relation. Now if we substitute back RA in this equation, we will get what RB is. So I am doing that. RB is equal to mg cos alpha minus RA. So it is mg cos alpha minus mg cos alpha into x plus mu h divided by L plus mu h. Mg cos alpha cross multiplication L plus mu h minus mg cos alpha x plus mu h divided by L plus mu h mg cos alpha is taken common, L plus mu h minus x minus mu h divided by L plus mu h. So I can cancel out mu h here. You will be left out with mg cos alpha into L minus x divided by L plus mu h. This is the value of RB again in terms of known values. Now we have to find the retardation, which is A. That is the magnitude of magnitude of the slowing down of the vehicle. So how much the vehicle has slowed down, that we have to find out. So A is the retardation. Now consider the first equilibrium condition, sigma fx equal to 0, from which we have found MA. So I am considering this equation now. MA is equal to FB plus mg sin alpha. From this A would be equal to FB plus mg sin alpha divided by m. So I can write it as FB by m plus g sin alpha. FB is mu RB So RB is already known to us. We will substitute that formula. Mu into RB is mg cos alpha L minus x divided by L plus mu h whole divided by m, this m, plus g sin alpha. So I can cancel out the m on numerator and denominator. Again I will get mu g cos alpha into L minus x divided by L plus mu h plus g sin alpha So this is the equation of retardation. Now this is when the vehicle is moving upwards. Now assume that alpha is equal to 0. This is the case A2. I have assumed the vehicle moving up as A1 under case A. So the case A2 will be when vehicle moves on a horizontal track. That is when alpha is equal to 0. So we can straightly substitute alpha is equal to 0 in RA formula as well as RB formula and A formula, so that we can find all these terms when the vehicle is moving in a horizontal track. So if we substitute alpha is equal to 0 in RA formula, which we have it here. So cos alpha, cos 0, this will be cos 0. Okay. So cos 0 is 1. So we will be left out with RA value equal to mg x plus mu h divided by L plus mu h. Similarly, we have to substitute alpha is equal to 0 in RB formula. So here also we have RB here. Cos 0 is 1. So mg into L minus x divided by L plus mu h, and in the above equation where we got A, there also we will substitute alpha is equal to 0. Alpha is equal to 0. So sin alpha will be equal to 0. Sin 0 is 0. So we don't have this term, and we will be left out with A is equal to mu g into L minus x divided by L plus mu h. Now let us look at the third case under case A, where the vehicle moves down the incline. So here when the vehicle is moving downwards, the direction of motion is like this. The vehicle is moving down the inclined plane. So MA will act along this direction, same as that of mg sin alpha, and the frictional force FB will be opposite to that of MA. So FB is in this direction. Now if we again apply the equilibrium condition, sigma fx is equal to 0, then all the forces along x direction are considered. So along positive x direction we have FB, and the other two forces like MA and mg sin alpha, they are acting towards negative x direction, is equal to 0. So FB is equal to MA plus mg sin alpha, or if I want to find A, then MA is equal to FB minus mg sin alpha, or simply A is equal to FB by M minus g sin alpha. So in case A1 we got FB by M plus g sin alpha. So here we got minus g sin alpha. Similarly, applying the second equilibrium condition, which is sigma Fy is equal to 0, I will consider all positive y direction forces first. RB plus RA, they are in the positive y direction, minus mg cos alpha, weight component, again that's all, there is no other force, is equal to 0. So RA plus RB is equal to mg cos alpha, or I can write RB is equal to mg cos alpha minus RA. Again I am applying the third equilibrium condition, which is summation of all moments of all the forces about point G equated to 0. So here the directions of forces have changed, so the equation also will be changed here. All the clockwise moments are considered to be positive. So the clockwise moments are, because of RB into X, it is a clockwise moment. Again, so the forces which are passing through G are neglected because the moments of those forces about G are 0. So RB is the only force which is exerting clockwise moment. And again RA is giving a negative moment, counterclockwise moment. So minus RA into the distance between RA and G is L minus X into L minus X. Again minus FB into shortest distance between FB and G is H into H is equal to 0. So RB into X is equal to FB into H plus RA into L minus X. I can further write FB as mu RB H plus RA into L minus X. So I can replace RB from the previous equation, which is mg cos alpha minus RA. So mg cos alpha minus RA whole multiplied by X is the LHS, this one, is equal to mg cos alpha minus RA into mu H plus RA into L minus X. This is the right hand side. So mg cos alpha into X minus RAX is equal to mg cos alpha into mu H minus RA into mu H plus RA into L minus RA into X. So I can cancel out these two terms on both sides. Mg cos alpha into X minus mg cos alpha into mu H is equal to RA into L minus mu H. So it is mg cos alpha X minus mu H is equal to RA into L minus mu H. So we get RA value equal to mg cos alpha X minus mu H divided by L minus mu H. So in the previous case we got it somewhat like x plus mu H divided by L plus mu H. So here we got minus here in the numerator and denominator. So I am substituting this RA back in RB equation, which is RB is equal to this one I am talking about, mg cos alpha minus RA. Mg cos alpha minus RA. So mg cos alpha minus RA will be mg cos alpha minus mg cos alpha into X minus mu H divided by L minus mu H. So I am cross multiplying this mg cos alpha L minus mu H minus mg cos alpha X minus mu H divided by L minus mu H. So if I simplify this, mg cos alpha L minus mu H minus X plus mu H L minus mu H. So I can cancel out mu h. I'll be left out with mg cos alpha L minus x divided by L minus mu h. So this is also similar to what we have got in the previous section, but there was plus in the denominator. That is the only difference. So I am substituting these two values again in the equation for A, which is, what is the equation for A? It is fb by m minus g alpha, g sin alpha, fb by m minus g sin alpha, mu rb by m minus g sin alpha. So rb equation is mu by m into rb. So mg cos alpha L minus x by L minus mu h minus g sin alpha. So it is mu g cos alpha L minus x divided by L minus mu h divided minus g sin alpha. This is the magnitude of retardation because of the braking force. Let us look into the next case, that is case B, where the braking force is applied only to the front wheels. So brakes are applied only for front wheels. Here again we have the first case B1 where the vehicle moves upwards. So the direction of motion is indicated here. This is the direction of motion. So MA also will be acting along the same direction, and W, that is the weight force, is being resolved along x and y axis to get mg sin alpha and mg cos alpha respectively. And as it is assumed that the braking force is applied only to front wheels, so the friction will be developed only at the front wheels, and that too in the direction opposite to that of the direction of motion. So this is FA. To the front wheels the braking force is applied, and the frictional force will be acting exactly in the opposite direction to that of MA. Now we have to apply equilibrium equations one after the other. Sigma fx is equal to 0. So all the directions along positive x are considered now, which is MA is along positive x direction and no other force is acting in positive x direction. So minus mg sin alpha minus FA is equal to 0. So MA is equal to FA plus mg sin alpha. Similarly, sigma Fy is equal to 0. This is the second equilibrium condition. Here we have to consider all the forces which are along y axis or y direction. So first, considering the positive y direction, RA and RB are along positive y direction, RA plus RB, and no other force is acting along a positive y direction, minus mg cos alpha along negative y direction, that's all, is equal to 0. So from this I can write RB is equal to mg cos alpha minus RA. The third equilibrium condition, which is sigma mg is equal to 0. All the clockwise movements are taken as positive. The clockwise movements are created by RB. That's all. Only RB and FA. So RB into the shortest distance between RB and G is X plus FA into H minus RA into L minus X is equal to 0. RB into X plus mu RA into H minus RA into L minus X is equal to 0. RB can be written as mg cos alpha minus RA from here into X plus mu RA into H minus RA into L minus X is equal to 0. mg cos alpha into X minus RA X plus mu RA into H minus RA into L plus RA into X is equal to 0. This again gives mg cos alpha into X plus mu RA into H minus RA into L. Is equal to 0. mg cos alpha into X is equal to RA into L minus RA into mu H. RA into L minus mu H is equal to mg cos alpha into X. So RA is mg cos alpha into X by L minus mu H. From this we can find RB, where RB is mg cos alpha minus RA. So it is mg cos alpha minus RA is mg cos alpha into X by L minus mu H. So mg cos alpha L minus mu H minus mg cos alpha into X divided by L minus mu H. mg cos alpha can be taken common. L minus mu H minus X divided by L minus mu H. This is RB. Substituting this in A. What is A? It is FA by M plus G sin alpha. This is mu RA by M plus G sin alpha. Mu by M into RA is mg cos alpha into X by L minus mu H plus G sin alpha. M is cancelled out, so it is mu G cos alpha into X divided by L minus mu H plus G sin alpha. This is the value of retardation when the brakes are applied only to front wheels. Again we have the second case, that is case B2, where alpha is equal to 0, that is the vehicle is moving on a horizontal plane. So substitute these values, the alpha is equal to 0 in all these equations. We get Ra equal to, here we have Ra, substituting alpha equal to 0, we get mg x by L minus mu h, and because cos alpha is equal to 1. Here also we get mg into L minus mu h minus x divided by L minus mu h, and a, in a also we can substitute alpha is equal to 0, so cos 0 will be 1 mu g x by L minus mu h plus 0, because sin alpha is 0. So this is the value of A. Under case B, we have the third case where the vehicle is considered to be moving down the plane. So the direction of motion is like this. So the direction of MA also will be along the same direction, that is the direction of motion, and the brakes are applied to the front wheels. So the friction will be developed at the front wheels, and the magnitude of that friction or the braking force is Fa, and the direction is opposite to that of the direction of motion of the vehicle. So again we will consider the equilibrium conditions. All the forces along x direction are considered. So Fa is the positive x direction force minus Ma minus mg sin alpha is equal to 0. So Fa is equal to Ma plus mg sin alpha, or A is equal to Ma is equal to Fa minus mg sin alpha. So A is equal to Fa by m minus g sin alpha. Similarly, applying the second equilibrium condition, sigma Fy is equal to 0. So the directions of forces are shown here. So in the positive direction of y we have Ra and Rb. So plus Ra Rb plus Ra plus Rb minus mg cos alpha is equal to 0. So Ra minus mg cos alpha plus Rb is equal to 0. So if I want to write Rb in terms of the other two terms, it will be mg cos alpha minus Ra. Similarly, we have to apply the third equilibrium condition, which is sigma mg is equal to 0, considering all clockwise moments as positive. You can take it the otherwise also. This is G. Rb is creating positive or clockwise moment about G. So Rb into x. Similarly, we have Ra, which is creating negative moment, that is counterclockwise moment. So minus Ra into L minus x Fa is also creating counterclockwise moment, Fa into h is equal to 0. So Rb into x is equal to Fa into H plus Ra into L minus X. This can be further written as mu Ra into H plus Ra into L minus X. Ra is taken common, mu H plus L minus X. This is Rb into X. So Rb can be written as mg cos alpha minus Ra. Mg cos alpha minus Ra whole multiplied by X is equal to Ra into mu H plus L minus X. Mg cos alpha into X minus Rax is equal to Ra into mu H plus Ra into L minus Ra into X. So from this Ra can be found out as mg cos alpha into X is equal to Ra into L plus mu H. So Ra will be equal to mg cos alpha X divided by L plus mu H. Substituting back this in Rb equation, we get Rb is equal to, basically what is Rb? It is mg cos alpha minus Ra. Mg cos alpha Ra is equal to mg cos alpha into X divided by L plus mu H. Mg cos alpha into L plus mu H minus X divided by L plus mu H. So we can substitute this in the equation of A. A is equal to Fa by M. A is equal to Fa by M minus G sin alpha minus G sin alpha. So it is mu by M into Ra minus G sin alpha mu by M. Ra is mg cos alpha into X by L plus mu H minus G sin alpha mu G cos alpha into X divided by L plus mu H minus G sin alpha. This is the value of A. Coming to the third case where the brakes are applied to all the four wheels. And in the case C, we have the first case where vehicle moves up the incline. So the direction of motion is given like this. So the direction of MA also will be in this direction, and as the brakes are applied to all the four wheels, there will be friction developed at both front wheels as well as rear wheels. So the direction of those frictional forces at the front wheel as well as the rear wheels are shown here. So the direction of these forces will be opposite to the direction of motion. Now, assuming that the vehicle is moving upwards, so we have to again apply the equilibrium conditions where the forces along x direction are considered. So along positive x direction there is one force which is MA, and all the other three forces like mg sin alpha as well as Fa and Fb are towards negative f direction, negative x direction. So minus fa minus fb minus mg sin alpha is equal to 0. So ma is equal to fa plus fb plus mg sin alpha. So I can write them as mu ra plus mu rb plus mg sin alpha. Similarly, applying the second equilibrium equation, which is sigma fy is equal to 0. The forces Ra and Rb are along positive y direction. Minus mg cos alpha is equal to 0. So Rb is equal to mg cos alpha minus Ra. Now considering the third equilibrium equation, sigma mg is equal to 0. We are considering all clockwise moments as positive. The clockwise moments are created by Rb, Fb and Fa. So Rb into plus Rb into x plus Fb into h plus Fa into h and minus Ra into L minus x is equal to 0. I am substituting the values. Rb into x plus mu Rb into h plus mu Ra into h minus Ra into L minus x is equal to 0. I am replacing Rb with mg cos alpha minus Ra. Mg cos alpha minus Ra whole multiplied by x plus mu into h into again Rb is replaced by mg cos alpha minus Ra plus mu h Ra minus Ra into L plus Ra into x is equal to 0. If I expand this, I can cancel out few terms. Plus mu h mg cos alpha minus mu h Ra plus mu h into Ra minus Ra into L plus Ra into x is equal to 0. So I can cancel out mu h Ra and minus mu h Ra and plus Ra into x and minus Ra into x. So I will be left out with mg cos alpha into x plus mu h into mg cos alpha minus Ra into L is equal to 0. So mg cos alpha into x plus mu h is equal to Ra into L. So Ra can be written as mg cos alpha x plus mu h divided by L. Substituting back this in Rb formula, we get mg cos alpha minus Ra, which is mg cos alpha minus mg cos alpha into x plus mu h divided by L. So cross multiplying, I get Rb is equal to mg cos alpha into L minus x minus mu h divided by L. Now I will substitute Ra and Rb values in the equation for Ma. So Ma is equal to mu RA plus mu RB plus mg sin alpha ma is equal to mu into RA is given as mg cos alpha into x plus mu h divided by L plus mu into RB is mg cos alpha into L minus x minus mu h divided by L plus mg sin alpha. So we can cancel out m everywhere, and a is equal to mu into g cos alpha into x plus mu h divided by L, again plus mu g cos alpha into L minus mu g cos alpha into x plus mu h plus g sin alpha. So we can cancel out the first and last terms of the numerator. So we will be left out with mu g cos alpha into L by L plus g sin alpha. So it is mu g cos alpha plus g sin alpha. So A is given as mu g cos alpha plus g sin alpha. Similarly, if we look at the second case under C, that is C2, where alpha is equal to 0. So substituting alpha value is equal to 0 in all the equations of RA, RB and A, we get RA value equal to mg x plus mu h divided by L if alpha is equal to 0. Then RB is mg L minus x minus mu h divided by L if alpha is equal to 0. Similarly, if we consider the equation of A and substituting alpha is equal to 0, this term will vanish and A will be equal to mu g into 1, that is mu g. A will be equal to mu g. So considering case 3, when the vehicle moves downwards, so the direction of motion of the vehicle is indicated here and the MA direction is also reversed now, and the directions of FA and FB are also reversed. So considering the first equilibrium condition, FA plus FB minus mg sin alpha minus ma is equal to 0. So ma is equal to mu Ra plus mu Rb minus mg sin alpha. And sigma Fy is equal to 0 minus mg cos alpha plus Ra plus Rb is equal to 0. Therefore Ra plus Rb is equal to mg cos alpha and Rb is equal to mg cos alpha minus Ra. Applying the third equilibrium equation, sigma mg is equal to 0. So all the clockwise moments are considered to be positive. The clockwise moment is created by Rb into x, and the clockwise moment is not created by any other force, minus Fb is creating a counterclockwise movement, into H minus Fa into H minus Ra into L minus X is equal to 0. Rb into X minus mu H into Rb minus mu Ra into H minus Ra into L minus X is equal to 0. Rb can be replaced as mg cos alpha minus Ra mg cos alpha minus Ra into mu H minus mu H into Ra minus Ra into L plus Ra into X is equal to 0. mgx cos alpha minus Ra into X minus mu H mg cos alpha plus mu H into Ra minus mu H into Ra minus Ra into L plus Ra into X is equal to 0. I can cancel out these terms. mgx cos alpha minus mu H into mg cos alpha is equal to Ra into L. mg cos alpha is taken common. X minus mu H is equal to Ra into L. Therefore Ra is equal to mg cos alpha x minus mu H divided by L. Substituting this back in the equation of Rb, mg cos alpha minus Ra. So I am substituting the value of Ra divided by L. So mg cos alpha into L minus x plus mu H divided by L. And similarly, finding out the value of A, we have MA is equal to mu Ra plus mu Rb minus mg sin alpha. Mu into Ra plus mu into Rb minus mg sin alpha. So this is the equation of MA. Mu into Ra value is mg cos alpha x minus mu H divided by L plus mu into Rb is mg cos alpha L minus x plus mu H divided by L minus mg sin alpha. So I can cancel out m on LHS and RHS. So A is equal to mu g cos alpha x minus mu H plus mu g cos alpha L minus x plus mu H divided by L minus g sin alpha mu g cos alpha x minus mu H minus x plus mu H plus L divided by L minus g sin alpha. So I can cancel out x terms and mu H terms, and L also can be cancelled. So mu g cos alpha minus g sin alpha is the value of A. Here all the values have been tabulated.
Thanks for watching. If this video was of help to you, please like it and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.